4, preparing. So it's not live yet. Oh, we're very. Is it live?
This meeting is being.
Oh, awesome. Okay, it seems like we're live. All right, let's see. Once we see. Preparing. So it's not live yet. Oh, we're very. Okay, so
Is it live?
How is it gonna work? Is it? Yeah. How is? Because if this is in the way. Oh, okay. So should I close this?
Yeah.
I think we are live.
Okay, I think we're live. Well, guys, if you saw this, forgive us. It's a little bit. It's the first time after a long break, and welcome to 2023. Let me just go live on Instagram. Let's see if we can be live in both places at the same time. Hi YouTubers and hi Instagram friends. It's so great to be back after such a, well, quite a long break, but we're here. Happy New Year, everyone. And today we are starting with, well, the Dream Big with Zhanna, inspiring you to reignite, refire, and refuel your life. And this time around, I'm speaking with one of my favorite people to speak with and be with. It's Martina K. She's a colleague, she's a friend, and we met actually online, if you know from our last year's conversation. But since then, for quite a few years already, we've been doing some workshops together. We've been in communication, right, with each other. It's just it's kind of a friendship that has grown. And Martina helps women to get what they want, to stay on their path, that they will create the life that they actually want for themselves. Martina, if you want to add something to it, go for it. If you're on YouTube, you can see. Martina, if you are on Instagram, hi, good to see you. Then you probably can hear us. Let me know, by the way, if you can hear us on Instagram. So Martina, just tell everybody what else you help women to achieve.
Yes. Well, first of all, I want to wish a Happy New Year to all our listeners or our audiences and whoever is watching us. And also thanks to you for the opportunity, for us again to get together and kind of share our experiences for the past 2 years, which been actually growing. So just a few words about me. I have been on transformational journey for over 6 years now, and it's been quite a ride, definitely worth to be on, and it's been exciting journey. And my coaching, what I'm doing is kind of the results of my personal journey. And so I'm focusing on women who are at crossroads and kind of lost their meaning or are looking for the lost fulfillment. And mostly those women are driven women who actually want to experience a better life and wants to experience the fulfillment in life and in their career.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much. Yes, and we're kind of adding our knowledge, right? When we come together and do events together with Martina, we come from different backgrounds, right? And different teaching, different wisdom. It's just so beautiful when you blend all of that together. It just becomes something magical. And one of the magical experiences that we created last year, at the end of last year, right, was, or actually let me say at the beginning of last year, was the vision board experience. So let me just today it's all about just sharing what we've learned through past, like in 2022, while or after we created the vision board. And it's more, I have more questions for Martina, because I have been doing this for, I think it's my 10th or the 9th year, like consistently every year before the year ends, or before the new once just the first week when it comes in. And usually for me the year would start from the lunar year, not necessarily on January 1st, but it doesn't really matter. It's just the new beginning. When you create the vision board, the vision for the year that's ahead of you, and you put a bunch of images. It seems like it's just random images that are important to you, but magically when you look back, 99% or 100%, or it's just like a huge percentage of those images that were on my vision board, they would come true. And so it's been my reality for a long time. But Martina, when I talked about that last year, I said, I do it every year, it works. She's like, I'm not sure, like, how do these images influence your reality? Because you have to do the action. And I said, well, why don't you trust me? And so we created an event where, believe it or not, Martina was a leading, like we were co-designing it. But she was skeptical. So now, when the year has passed, I want to ask a few questions about your experience, Martina. So,
Yes. Well, to be honest, when you mentioned the vision board, my first reaction was just rolling the eyes, and I was totally skeptical because I tried it and I heard about creating the vision board, setting up your goals, and so many different techniques, so many times before, and actually none of them worked. And so, but because I have known you for a while, and I know that actually your teaching, is great, and we have been doing amazing events together. I was like, just shut up for a second. I was thinking to myself, and just listen. If she knows what she's doing, why don't you try it? So I kept quiet all the time, but honestly, I was so skeptical. And I just didn't want to believe that it's going to work for me, because the goals which I created for myself were totally out of reach. And I had no actually idea how to get there. And I was honestly like thinking to myself, praying, well, it's really big miracle has to happen, for something to happen at this. But before the end of this year, obviously we connected again, and we were rehearsing on our year, and I just couldn't believe, and I couldn't wait, to actually report back to you what actually happened and what kind of result we had. And like 90% of the vision board just came through. And I remember your reaction, because you were just smiling and said, I told you it works. And and I know that now I know, because obviously I've been like studying, obviously how the mind works, and also how to manifest and everything. So, and I want to say that the results which actually showed up, it wasn't exactly in the form how I wanted to show up, or in the way how I wanted to show up. And probably that's something the most important, to know for all of us who is watching or listening to us, that keep that open mind and your heart, just let it happen and let it receive. And that's something that's for me is the huge lesson which I had to learn the past year, that just allow to come, forget about any kind of attachment, and just let receive. And that's be like a huge breakthrough for me personally, and also on the growth of the journey, because I was so stuck on my goals and on the way how it should look like or how it should happen. And probably that's something what you taught me, just how to do it and how actually it works behind, and let yourself detach from it.
Yeah, yes, it's a huge point that you're making right now, because a lot of us, especially people who are driven for life and with so much zest for life and ambition in a good way, to create a lot for ourselves, for our family, for the world, right? To contribute, we have a clear goal, which is amazing, but then we don't know how to stop the control from how to get there. And then we start controlling and micromanaging the universe, and we get upset if it doesn't go the way we expected it to be. So to your point, which is amazing, is it's important to have a clear goal, and that's where you put the image of the end result and the feeling that that end result is going to give you when you get there, because it's not usually about the physical stuff and accumulation of it, which has nothing wrong with that, like a better car that you have right now, or a bigger house, or whatever. These are very standard examples, but it's not about the thing, it's about how you feel in having that. That clear picture is on your vision board, and then we have to let go and forget and let the magic come in. And so you're sort of like the boss, but you don't have to be the manager. You can be the CEO of your life, but don't micromanage. It's just so wonderful. I get surprised every single year. I just can't believe, because it seems to be so, just like you said, the goals you put on your vision board were so out of reach that you didn't know how to, like, to even believe, right, that it's going to come true, and yet it did. Do you have specific, like, can you share anything specific with us that you didn't believe would happen, but it actually happened, and maybe it even surpassed what your expectations?
So, for example, online retreats, which I put, I kind of was watching some video about it, and it was like a couple of years ago. I was like, oh, I was thinking about it. I was like, oh, that would be a really good experience and adventure for me to experience. So I just knew at the back of my mind that something what I really wanted. But I had actually no idea, because my mind created completely different goals and different plans. So, but I knew that something which I was really excited and wanted to experience. So I just put out there and was really curious how it's going to happen. And when the opportunity comes, and also that's part of the growth which you also have to experience. When the opportunity comes, you have to be ready to take the uncomfortable action. And it's kind of like you stop and you find yourself at the crossroads of decisions, and then you realize, oh yes, that's actually, it's not probably what I was thinking about, but actually that's something what I really want.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to be ready to take that uncomfortable action. Probably that's something unusual or unknown for you, but probably that's something that you really want, because the universe is actually knows what you really want, and it's not looking exactly how you imagine in your mind or you think, but actually it's always going to deliver it to you, what's really aligned with you. So be open to your different opportunities, different possibilities, because even it may look differently than you think that it should be. But when you do that vision board, like really from your heart, and send out the intentions, and that's aligned with who you really are and what you want, the universe will deliver it to you. So that's one example. And another one, probably what I can mention, I was so focused and oriented on growing up my coaching business, but at the end also I knew that I want to grow investing. So I wanted to learn and had no idea how to actually go around this. And when the opportunity came, I was like looking at my brother, I was like, what the heck? It's out there. Just go for it.
Yes.
So yes. Here we go. So
There is science and it's like the art and the science behind why these vision boards work, and it works 100% for everyone. Don't think like we don't have to think that we are so special. The universe is going to work for you too, because it's the law. It's the law. We're going to talk a little bit more about the science. That's what we did last year during our workshop, and we're going to do it again this year. We decided, I just loved it, Martina, when you were in December. Martina is messaging me. So when are we doing our next one for vision boards? And I love it because everybody, by the way, everyone who participated last year, except for one person, I haven't heard from her yet, was asking me the same question. Like they are waiting, because now, before it was just the words from somebody else who has done it. Like in this case, it was me, and I've done it for years. And I'm so grateful to everyone who just put the trust in my words first. But now, after a year, they have their own experiences, and it's real in their lives. And it's super creative. It's very light, but we go deeper. And Martina has a special way to go deeper to understand what your true desires are, like behind the surface ones. But it involves your creativity. It involves scissors and paper and glue and, just playing. There's a lot of playing. I want to share the story, to your point, Martina, if you don't mind, about how you have the goal, right, and then let go of the way how it's going to show up in your life. So I was also in, like I said, I was there. I was stubborn in what it's going to look like when I get there, when I get it, or when I see it. So many years ago, maybe 7 or 8, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, just a while ago, it was one of the rainy days, like super rain. It was pouring rain, not just the rain, it was pouring rain, and it was winter, and I'm in California, and it gets really cold, but not as cold as in other places, but it's cold for us. And it was just pouring about like the bucket of water on you. And it started in the morning, and in the morning I'm driving, and I'm thinking, okay, well, if I'm playing games with the universe, I want to see the proof that it actually works. And I want to see today a butterfly flying, right? I want to see a butterfly. And I said it to myself because like I thought, like, it's crazy, it's raining, no butterflies in the rain. But I want to see, like, if everybody says, all my teachers, all my mentors say just let go, the universe will deliver. I'm like, okay, well, if it's really true, let me ask for a butterfly. And so I'm going about the day, and the rain keeps pouring and pouring and pouring, and it's almost evening, and I have my last appointment like late evening, almost 9 in the evening. And I'm like, of course, well, no butterflies. So maybe I have to go again and question myself about this whole universe thing. And my last appointment is in a cafe with a friend of mine. And I'm running because you can't walk, like it's really like lots of water, right? So I'm getting inside. We sit down to have a conversation, and we are drinking our drinks and eating our food. And at one point, my friend says, oh, I need to show you something. And she pulls out her phone. And on the phone, there's a beautiful case with a 3D butterfly on it, like sticking it, like this. It's not just the drawing of the butterfly, it sticks out. And I started laughing. I'm like, oh, So I was in my mind, I was looking for a live butterfly who would fly around in front of my car in this pouring rain, and I knew it would be impossible, but the universe has a way to deliver it in a different way. So that's it. I love the story because it just, and I'm like, well, thank you, I surrender. Okay, you got me, right? And there's thousands and thousands of stories like that. And just to understand that we only have to have a desire, but how it's going to be delivered to us and which form it's going to take, let's just leave it to the higher power or the universe.
And let yourself to be open.
Yeah.
And speaking of butterfly, we can see plenty of butterflies behind you.
That's right.
It's right there.
Behind me. That's true. See, there are no coincidences. It's such a fun way to live in this way, right? Like, do you live in this wonderland, really? Yes, and create what you want. So,
but I also want to mention that, because obviously we are talking in very playful way, and it's also the way how we want to keep it at online fun retreat, for our women or attendees, but I also know that I totally understand for those who are so skeptical about this, because I was there and I just couldn't believe. And the one biggest reason why it's probably are so skeptical, because you have so many blockages in your head and so many, disbelief, and that's why this process, which actually we will be teaching you and also guiding you, will take you to remove any kind of blocks which you have, and so that actually, yes, you can move on to the other stage and create, really, to open up yourself. And it's a really important step to pass that, to really open up yourself and open your heart and your mind to completely different possibilities, and to create the vision for life actually you want to experience. Absolutely. So I just wanted to mention that.
Yes, thank you so much. That's a great addition. Let's just tell everyone that we are doing it on the 29th. It's in a week or a
week and a half. Yeah, it's the following Sunday.
29th of January 2023, we're going to have another workshop for those of you who are skeptical, just like Martina was, if it's going to work. If in my life, like if you guys know there's more and you have audacious goals and you don't know how to get there, and you are completely unaware how this vision board thing is going to assist you with reaching your goals and creating the life you want, you can still come, and we guarantee you after a year or at the end of 2023, we'll look back and we'll have another conversation with you and see what will have manifested in your life. Let's see, let's play that game. Or if you already know that the vision boards work and you would like to create it in a like-minded space with other people who are open and holding the space for you, because the energy is going to be amplified in a collective where everyone is holding your intention and their own intention. It works magic. You can come and join us. And if you just feel that you want to try something new in your life, come and join us on the 29th of January. We start at 10 o'clock Pacific. It's a 4-hour event. It's from 10 to 2. It's Sunday. You just bring, what do we need? We bring paper or magazine cutouts, the images that
printer, maybe, if you have.
Say it again.
A printer.
Or a printer, because you can, if you're connected to the printer, if you, by the way, the event is going to be on Zoom because Martina is in London, I am in California, US. So we have an international group, and whoever is meant to be with us this year is going to be there. Bring your friends. You can invite your other friends into your house and connect from one Zoom. We do have the registration link created. Everyone will just go ahead and register for the event. And Martina, you can say more about it. The event, it's on Eventbrite, right?
Yes, we will either comment us, we will send you the link privately, or we also can post the link under the video, so you can simply register over there.
Yeah. So if you're not sure, if you have more questions, just just message us on social media, either me or Zhanna Spitz on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Instagram, right? Anywhere, and by email if you have it. We'll put the link. We'll put all our information. Martina, same thing. Facebook, right? What else works for you? Instagram, probably, or Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook, Instagram, whatever,
Yeah.
you know, social
Send
media,
a private
YouTube.
message. Yeah, and if you have questions, we're happy to answer, and we will send you the link, because yeah, if you're in Europe, you can use the link for the payment in Europe, the euros, and if you are in the US, you can absolutely use dollars inside the country. So it's super easy. It's logistics, and we can take care of it very easily. And save the date. It's January 29th, 10 o'clock Pacific time, 2023. Do we have anything else to add?
No, just can't wait to meet all our skeptical attendees.
And skeptical, right? Creatives, right?
Yes, we all welcome, of course, and we can't wait, you know, to.
Oh, one guarantee we forgot to mention. One guarantee: your vision board is going to be created at the end of this 4-hour workshop. We had a couple of people last year who ran out of time, and they finished it after the event, but then they sent us the pictures. So it really depends on how deep you want to get into, but generally speaking, the majority of the participants will have their vision board done and ready at the end of the event. And that's the goal, because we're so busy. But this is one thing that you're going to be living with 24/7 for the next 365 days of your life, and reflect and play with the universe and get your desired outcomes. It's fantastic. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, Martina. We'll probably be live maybe a couple of more times before the 29th of January. If you want, send and share this video with your friends who might be interested. We want to keep it light, but not so light, like meaning like how it's up to you how deep you want to go into it, right? But it's going to be done. It's going to be magical and fantastic. And regardless, guys, we just want to send you so much love and say, before Lunar New Year, Gonshi, gonshi, gonshi ni, gonshi, gonshi, gonshi ni. Let it be marvelous, prosperous, healthy, full of magic and miracles of all kinds for you and your families. We love you. Thank you, Martina.
Thank you all. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. We'll see you guys next time, and look for the description. Bye. All right. Let's see.